I'd say this is the first time I've ever been hot. So, but no, my teammates did a really good job finding me after I hit a couple, and I started stringing them together. And once you hit a couple, I think the basket looks a lot bigger for you. So, just credit to my teammates for finding me, and huge win for us.
Tyson, what was it like watching Max have this kind of night?
It's awesome. I've never felt something like that. So, hoping my college career I could experience something like that at some point.
Come on.
The crowd wanted you to go for 30 there. I mean, I assume you knew you were on 29 for a while, but were you trying to get to 30? Or?
Yeah, I was. I did want to eclipse 30 at least once in my career, so I thought that was a good chance. So Leon will be hearing about that probably for a while if I do get 30, but it's fine. We got the win, so it's not really that big of a deal, but just in the moment it would have been cool, but it's not a big deal. It's a huge win for us.
Were they doing anything different in the second half to guard you? Were you just not trying to get your shot as much?
Or? Well, when they're in full denial, and if I just space the floor, you can't guard Deggy one-on-one, so that's your first problem. And in the first half, it was going in, so I was just shooting it. Second half, everyone was scoring, so I wasn't going to force it, but everything was really working for us though in the second half, so really no need to force anything there.
Is that the zone? I mean, you've watched a ton of basketball. You've heard people use that term. You've done the same. I mean, was Max Rice in the zone tonight?
Yeah, I would say that was more of the high school. Like that's what I did in high school more. Got a lot of shots up like that. But I mean, in this system, we got a lot of good players. So if you're not making it at a high clip, then you shouldn't be shooting that much regardless. So, but since it was going in, I just kept shooting, and we played off the crowd. We had a great crowd tonight, a lot of good students, and we're rolling right now, so we're already looking up to Friday for a huge game. So.
They were doubling Tyson, I thought, the entire first half.
They were.
Second half, they opened. First possession, they don't double you. You have a smaller player on you, you get a quick bucket. I mean, is that something you think Steve Alford probably was picking his poison with, Max?
Yeah, I mean, if you don't double him, he's going to score a good and one. If you do double him, we got shooters like me and Booz that are hitting right now. Shave, he's coming around too. So, I mean, it is kind of pick your poison, and we're playing really good at home right now, so this is a tough night for them to be playing us, but I think they're a great team. We played really well, and it was a great Mountain West game.
Max, when I look back at kind of those memorable performances at Extra Mile Arena, I think of Derek Marks against Colorado State, Chandler Hutchison against San Diego State.
Yeah.
What do you kind of remember about those performances? And I mean, this kind of was the Max Rice game, first place team in town.
Yeah.
You get 29 points. What do you remember about those performances? What does it mean to kind of reserve your own place in history a little bit there?
Wow, that's a huge compliment. I appreciate that. Yeah, growing up watching dudes like Derek Marks always inspired me to just become a better player, and I've always looked up to dudes like that: Nick Duncan, Derek Marks, Anthony Dremick, all those guys. So just being in the same conversation as them is a dream come true, and just coming out with the win is even bigger too for me. So just another great game. We're already on to the next one, flipping the page on this one. So, but I appreciate that compliment. Thank you.
Max, last week or yesterday, you talked about how much better you think this team has gotten since the last time you played Nevada. Did it feel good to come out and have everything click and kind of prove that tonight? Yeah, I think you're kind of seeing our offense and our defense kind of just elevating. Our offense was kind of in the 130s, I think, efficiency-wise last week or 2 weeks ago. And now I think we're right around 90. So our offense is getting better. Our defense will always be great. So I think you're just seeing us playing great on both sides of the ball, and our numbers are definitely reflecting that. And I think after tonight, they're going to be probably the best in Boise State history.
Tyson, what does it mean? I mean, you guys are first place. You guys are definitely improving, and it's been. What does that mean to you guys?
It means a lot, we're back where we wanted to be. We didn't start conference out the way we wanted to against Nevada, but we climbed our way back, and now we're tied for first. So can't complain about where we're at, and we just got to keep improving day by day so we can hold up that trophy at the end of the season.
Tyson, we all loved last year's team. That was last year's team. What do you love? What should I love about this year's team? The records are about the same. You guys were in first place this time last year. Here you are. Why should this town fall in love with this team like they did last year?
We have another great group, It's hard playing, coming back after a championship team and living up to those expectations, but we were all ready for it, and I think we're just starting to see us keep climbing, and, we're a show to see in Boise.
Max, you said on Tuesday that you felt like first place was where the Broncos belonged. How did it feel to put kind of that message forward today to take such a commanding lead? Yeah, I think we're just focused more on one game at a time, just because it's so early in the season, and then the standings will kind of shake out as we go. But we're approaching each game as its own thing. We're coming after really hard in practice,
and I think you can see how much better we're getting. From the last time we played Nevada, from this time, I think we're an entirely different team, and credit Nevada, they kind of woke us up, and we changed a lot of things. We changed our fast break, we changed some of our offensive plays, and I think you see that tonight, how well our offense was clicking, and sometimes losses can be good things, and I think that one really made us excel in the long run.
Tyson, what did you do different against Will Baker this time around, and why have you guys been so effective on big men this year?
We just really try to limit their touches in the post. I mean, the easiest thing is to not let them touch the ball, because if they get the ball down there with the size advantage, they can score over me. So I just try to do my best to force the catch out as far as possible and try not to let them catch it at all.
Tyson, Leon gave you a whole 39 seconds off tonight. What is it like to play that much in a game of that magnitude in front of a crowd like that?
It's a lot of fun, you know, just being out there trying to win a game with some of my best friends out there. It's a dream come true. You know, it's something I always dreamed about as a kid, just playing college basketball, and you know, it's just nice to play in front of a crowd that loves us and guys that I love around me.
I know Johnny kind of mentioned it. You kind of had to be patient. You took the 2 shots in the first half. How kind of tough can that be, or maybe it's not for you? I don't know.
It can be tough, but even when I'm not getting shots up, I try to affect the game in any way I can, whether it's defense, rebounding, just doing all the little things. So it was nice to get going in the second half, especially since they were heavily guarding him. It opened up some lanes for me.
Max, you mentioned already looking ahead to Friday. They're 17-2, obviously another huge game, probably a sold out at the pit. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, that's one of the most fun places to play. The students are insane. They're right on top of you. Snake is there too. They're their best fan. He's there every year. So we're excited to go down there and battle them. They're a great team. We're a great team. I think these are the type of games you want to play in college basketball. And why shy down? Just go hoop. It's gonna be a great game, and I'm excited.
Matt, you told me once that before committing to play for your dad, you talked with Bryce Alford and Steve Alford. They had the father-son connection.
I can't believe you remembered that. That's crazy.
Did you look over maybe at Coach Alford tonight with a little wink, like, hey, thanks for giving me this great advice to come play for my pops?
Yeah, Bryce Alford, shout out him. He was one of the main reasons I came here. He said it was playing for his dad was one of the best experiences he ever had. So I was like, might as well take his word for it, because he was a great player in college. And yeah, so I have a lot of respect for those guys. Coach Alford's a great coach. I think he's one of the front runners for Coach of the Year this year. But yeah, shout out Bryce Alford for getting me here, I guess.
Max, you put a chip on your shoulder?
Yeah, I like to think sometimes get myself going. I'm like, these dudes don't think I belong out here. Like, I had 2 points last time I played them. I'm like, I got to prove myself to them and show them that I can hoop too. So tonight I kind of did come in with a different mindset. And it really paid off for me, and I'm obviously going to try to keep doing that in the future.
What do you think of your dad's relationship with Snake?
It's weird. I think they're really good buddies. He always gives him a hug before like every game, so I'm like, I guess they're buddies. I mean, Leon's been in the league a long time, and Snake's one of the best fans out there. I mean, I wish we had a dude like Snake, but yeah, I'm sure Leon's excited to see Snake for sure.